I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men trying to reach it.
Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what? Yeah. You know I be on a what? Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what? Yeah. It's all hard, ain't no fear here. You ain't giving this at all, you steer clear. Never beat, I've been down and I reappear. You got some money on the line, you better put it here. Rolling in and doing that work. Check priorities, I'm doing that first. Check's big and I'm sure that hurts, but it's checkmate, we ain't selling short, know the work. Ain't nowhere to hide. You ain't gotta see me come and keep me on your mind, cause I be on the way. Yeah. I'm on the way. I'm on the way.
Dudes, dudettes, back with the man of the hour, Ben, over
How's
here
it going?
at Gatorama. And we just wanted to point out here, this is Mr. Jimmy that Ben had to move the other day. And you guys saw him. If you didn't, go back and watch the other episode of Gatorama where we moved big boy Jimmy over here. He's doing just fine. Looks like he got himself into a good position here where he's kind of ruling the roost.
You got into a little scuffle.
Yeah.
But it is breeding season for these guys, so that's why we wanted to move them back over.
So he could do his jab.
Some more Jimmies.
We're gonna have baby Jimmys soon, dude. And Jimmy's got some good genetics too because he's a big boy.
But you know, that's gonna happen when you have this many animals in the pond. You're gonna have them fight, especially during breeding season.
Absolutely. That's something we always watch for at my park, especially the park that you guys used to see me at. I had the two males and every year they beat the shit out of each other to get to that female. And it's all superficial because these guys are built Ford tough. Should we say Ford tough?
I drive a Toyota.
Yeah, I think Toyota's actually a little bit tougher.
I got 180,000 miles on my Yoda.
And I bet it still runs just fine.
Oh yeah, it's great.
My Ford took a shit at like 160. Sorry, Ford.
But this is one reason why we do the training that we do here, and so we can call them up out of the water and take a look if they are fighting during breeding season. And if we need to do any medication or anything like that, it's better to train them instead of having to catch them. You can just train them. We can put some blue coat on the wounds if we need to. But these guys are dinosaurs. They're tough.
Yeah, all that on the bone. It's all just bone covered with skin. Can they feel it? Yeah, not the same way that we do. As we've talked about before, they're built to be able to do this and withstand this with other big bull alligators. And it is breeding season, so everybody's fighting for the spot to breed with the best females, as males do. But it does help because, like you've seen Ben do before, where he brings these guys up and then he can go back and check these guys without even having to catch them up, stress them out, or anything like that. Obviously, the one move we had to catch him up, but like right now, he can call him over. And
he'll come right up, walk up to us, and we can lift his feet up and see if there's anything on his feet. We can doctor his wounds.
And he's all good to go.
Whatever needs done.
But this is very small, superficial. Jimmy's doing really good. We just wanted to give you guys an update on Jimmy, and we're back here at Gatorama. We're gonna throw all the links in the description. We got something special we want to show you, and Ben's got a surprise, and Ben's mother has a surprise as well. So we're gonna throw Ben's mother up at the end of the episode, so stay tuned for what she's got to say.
Watch out for her.
You gotta watch out for Daddy. She's a sweet lady. But listen, guys, Stay tuned all the way to the end because there's some special information that's coming out, and it's going to be from Patty herself. She's actually doing this while she's on vacation for us. So we kind of.
But I'm going up there next week.
Yeah.
So
He gets vacation next week. She gets it this week, but we kind of bothered her.
I just got approval.
Just now.
Just now.
On the phone. So Patty's going to do that. Nice enough to do it on her vacation. Thank you, Patty. We love you. Sorry for bothering you for the whole time you're up there. But we're going to get a video, so stay tuned to the end because we have some information we want you to see, and Ben's got a surprise, so let's go check out that surprise. Boom.
All right, so go ahead. It's your show.
It's your place. All right, so this is Ben's surprise. I'm gonna let him explain the surprise. It's a surprise for everybody. This is like Christmas for me.
Yeah, it's Christmas for me too, actually. Christmas and birthday. My birthday's in like 13 days.
Oh, that's right. We're like the same time.
April 12th here.
I'm 9th.
9th, right on. My dad's April 6th.
All right, that's why we're all assholes.
Every 3 days we have a birthday in April.
Looks like we need to celebrate well, this is gonna be the celebration right here. It's like the best gift ever.
So what we have here is a huge area that we actually have 2 crocodiles, I believe, have nested. I believe American crocodiles nest communally. So I do believe that 2 females can share the same nesting spot. I don't know if that's been documented or not. I've heard things of actually iguanas in South Florida using the crocodile nest to lay their eggs.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know, do iguanas eat the eggs? Or?
No, the iguanas won't eat the eggs, but I think what it is, probably the same scenario as being the crocodilians being like a communal nesting site. It's just easier to dig when somebody already dug it, which is exactly how we're going to roll out this process. Ben and I are going to show you guys how to dig up eggs. And basically, what Ben likes to do is we get these guys over here, and we make them dig holes.
Let's start digging.
That's how we do it.
Let's go, Jordan, Ernie, let's go.
So Ben's gonna point and shoot. They gonna dig.
So what our best bet is, slow down, Turbo. Let's start here on the edge, and we're just gonna work our way this way. All right, and then when we get here, if there's nothing here, we're gonna work our way that way. And then when we get to here, if there's nothing there, we're gonna work our way that way. It's kind of like doing an
just do it one more time. I just wanted to
archaeological dig. We don't have a grid site here, but that's basically what we're gonna do. I did get some eggs out of this pocket about a week and a half ago, but I do believe there are 2 crocodiles nesting up here. I would say our next batch of eggs is going to be in that high area right there. The sun tends to hit that area more than it does down here. You know, they wanted the heat so they would survive in the wild. So let's go get them, boys.
Do it up, boys.
No, not like that.
Yeah, be
training, OSHA.
All right.
You just want to scrape it off.
And the reason Ben's doing that is very simple. He's done this 100,000 times.
You just want to scrape. It's going to take a long time. You don't want to just dig in the ground. Normally, the crocodiles will lay an egg on top of the ground as like a false egg, and then the raccoons or whatever is going to get that one egg, take off, and then they'll leave the other 30 or 40. These crocodiles are so smart, they don't leave an egg on top. They bury all of them, from what I've noticed. I've never found an egg on top in the past 3 to 4 years.
So nobody's chambering.
Right, they don't chamber, there's no docking.
It's probably more than likely because there's so many.
Stand over here, Ernie. Go ahead.
Well, there's so many in here, so I doubt any raccoons, or I'm pretty sure the raccoons have figured out by now that if they come in here, they don't make it back.
So you just want to scrape it off. You're going to find a little pocket eventually if there's any eggs in here. And you're going to find a pocket, and then we want to start digging with our hands.
Okay. So where you're going to know?
You're going to find something.
You'll find a pocket, or you're going to...
The ground will start, it will be soft.
Alright.
Also, you can tell if the female chases us and tries to get us.
That's a good sign.
So you have Ernie's back, Shelly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Not that we don't like you.
I'm glad I'm someone's watching me.
We're trying. Because then if you die here, we have to drag you off the property.
No,
that wouldn't be good for, that wouldn't be good for business.
We got more trouble?
No, we usually use our hands. just, that seems like
Hand it out.
because honestly, like if you use your hands,
Then you can
you
feel.
can feel like the pockets, if there are any. You can see how tough this is to do. Yeah, I mean, you're looking for a hole in the ground.
It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Maybe, yeah, probably.
No wonder I've never found eggs in the wild. You gotta actually put in effort to find them.
But the cool thing is you can feel around. You can feel how hard the ground is underneath, so you know they didn't lay in here. But if you found a pocket like that, there's a good chance, you know, they might.
This one might.
That definitely looks like a good pocket.
Nah, I should have dug these rocks up. That's a good sign too if you're finding any rocks like this.
Or chewed up
Should've picked
grass.
those
Or...
up.
Like if you're digging through roots, obviously there's not going to be.
Yeah, rocks, roots, all
Right.
that. Good shit.
Alright. Shook the band, this should like feel a lot better than me.
Yeah, so this feels like a pocket, but there's a root right in the middle, so shoot it.
Well,
Yeah.
I've seen them lay under concrete pads too.
Oh, that's right.
I've seen them lay under, you know, dig underneath a concrete pad.
This one's actually pretty
So
soft.
just because that root's there doesn't mean that there's not any eggs there. I mean, I'm not, you know, just being honest.
Well, this one's soft then.
So I would dig in that.
I feel something.
Because I showed you earlier where they dig underneath the concrete pad.
Which we'll show you in a bit. Yeah, this was pretty soft. How big is the hole usually for these guys?
You might find a pocket,
Yeah, big, so not like.
yeah, maybe a foot by 8 inches, and then you'll have 40 eggs in there. I try to get them as soon as they lay, so we can document the banding process, which we'll show you guys later. And we also have an egg buddy that we use for, well, chicken farmers use it, but also us gator farmers and carp farmers will use it too, and we can tell by the heart rate of the animal in the egg if it's viable or not. It's just like using a flashlight like you would to tell if they're banded or not. We can tell if there's a strong heartbeat or a weak heartbeat.
Remember how I told you guys that we learn all the time? So I got that message this morning and I was like, what the hell is that? And I had never known about the egg buddy, and now I'm kind of interested in getting one when we do the beaded lizards to kind of see what the heart rate is on those. And he's going to show us what the egg buddy is in a little bit.
I've had it in my office for 3 years and I found it today.
I had no idea anything. I was like, what? They do that? That would have made things a lot easier a couple years ago. All right, this pocket is pretty hard right there, so.
But you can see how they could dig underneath that.
Yeah, because it was easy enough for me to do it.
All right, so we have another 30 yards to go, bro.
Oh, man, that's a perfect pocket, but it's empty.
There might be some behind you, Shelly. In that high area where that brown grass is chewed up. I did get one nest actually from right here.
Right here?
Yeah.
So there wouldn't be another one, right?
No, they could use that same hole. It'd be like an alligator using the same nest. They will, you know, use the same pocket.
It's already there for them.
Right, exactly. It's already there. This area gets constant sun, so this area here might be a good spot for them to lay.
How deep are we talking?
There you go.
6 inches to 1.5 feet, 2 feet.
Oh.
Well, they want the humidity so they know to go down. And then also on top of that, the heat.
They want the heat, yeah. You can see how this grass is all chewed up.
Yeah, this looks like a good spot. It's real soft here too. Might get lucky.
Trying to talk Dad into buying a traco. Make this process a lot easier.
What is it?
The track machine with a big arm, and instead of having to use your hands and shovels.
It's just like kind of clawed.
Yeah, just do the whole thing at once.
Come on, Dad.
I've learned after knocking 3 walls down with the Bobcat.
Been running the equipment for a long time. This looks like a tunnel, right? This is going pretty far.
You see how
So I wonder.
Oh,
I mean, it's not, I shouldn't say aggravating, but
it's just labor intensive, tedious.
if I was a 5-year-old kid, this would be fun.
Oh, this is Benson's like full day right here.
Yeah, but you can't let 5-year-old kids out here.
Yep. Unfortunately enough, and he'd be the best for it because he would probably go at it all day.
The amount of broadcast
He's
time.
like, well, we're building sand
That's
cans.
Look in that hole right there, Ernie.
It's the only thing I'm missing today is my little buddy Benson.
They had a parent-teacher conference.
Wow.
And then he's graduating in 47 days.
Perfect. So he's going to be an adult now?
Yeah, but they want to charge us $30 for a cap and
Eggs.
ground for
These are eggs, right?
preschool
Oh, no.
graduation.
Hey, Ben.
Big melon on it.
I think
we
these are
just
eggs.
ate it, but I mean, like, what'd you find?
Are these eggs?
What'd you find?
They're kind of smashed though.
That's okay. Why'd you smash it?
I know they were smashed when I got here, man.
Is that the one we got the other day?
Yeah, that's the one I got the other day.
Oh, that's it.
Pranked ya!
Oh no.
It was actually pretty good to see here, so
That's pretty cool.
that's the pocket there, but you can see.
Yeah, we got one. We got this nest the other day. That egg was busted.
And there is like the outer hard shell, but they still have the leathery inside, kind of like a snake egg a little bit. But the crocodilians do have that hard exterior shell.
I would say there's 2 layers. You have like, you're exactly right about like the python, and then you have like an actual like hard shell on the outside. There's
So
exactly
if you look,
right on that.
this would be like a python egg, just this. So it'd be just a soft membrane on the outside, kind of squishy. With the crocodilians, they have the double layer because they're burying them so deep as well. The pythons sit them on top, and then they'll kind of coil around them, so they protect them. Whereas in the ground, they get squished. So we got the double layer here, and this membrane is fairly thick too.
It's tough, dude.
Like we'll go to rip it, and it takes a bit to snap that. So you got that regular eggshell, kind of like your chicken eggs, and then that soft reptile, kind of like a snake egg. So they're double layered for your pleasure.
Rib.
And it's still got the greasies in there, bro. Still got the little membrane, little snotzies in there.
And by
That
law,
was
we're
good
required to collect every egg.
Yep.
That egg was obviously smashed and destroyed, so I just threw it back in the pocket, hoping to be able to get another female attracted to that pocket.
And we're gonna put it right back in there. That's a good pocket.
It may or may not work, but there's only one way to find out.
Well, if you don't try new things, you can't never learn new things.
You're
It's
exactly
like
right.
a good buddy of ours once said, my buddy John Jones.
Otter John.
Otter John. Ben knows
guy.
Otter John well, and his whole philosophy was if you think you know everything, you've lost the ability to learn. So I think the best thing is to constantly try new things because we find out new stuff all the time. And Ben's been doing this only since he was like a baby.
But I'm still learning every day, dude.
Every day.
Every
That's
day
why
I'm
we like
learning.
coming out to Gatorama. That's why we respect these guys so much is they have a very open mind. They're constantly trying new things.
We did.
And then constantly going above and beyond. And then always, just like I am, every day, learning. So we get a chance to come out here, learn some new stuff from these guys, as well as get to do something that most people don't get to do ever, which is dig up some Easter eggs. Best kind of Easter eggs.
I feel like we got a pocket here. It's soft, but I'm not seeing
So
anything.
focus in on Ben. I'm gonna keep
Shelly
digging
found
back
this
here.
one. You can keep digging, Shelly. I'm tired of digging. These are American crocodile or cutest eggs. We have 41 right now. You can see they are banded. I don't know if you can see
He's gonna-
that.
Wow.
You can see the band there.
That means it's good.
So that tells me that the egg's probably about a week old. And then as these eggs develop, the band will get wider and eventually cover up the whole egg. So as you can see there, they are completely banded.
Oh, you can see it.
And as it goes on, there'll be more red veins in the band. The crocodile is going to be attached right there to the top of the egg. If we tilt the egg at all, the crocodile or alligator or probably any reptile would drown in its egg. I don't think you can rotate any reptile egg.
There's very few, like the smaller eggs on the spectrum, like bearded dragons and stuff, if they roll a bit, then you're usually okay, but then still same concept, you want to mark those eggs, and that's why they're really careful to keep them right side up. And like the first couple of hours you're good, but after that, once they're set, because like he says, that umbilical is attached right there, so you can actually drown the animal.
We've actually had crocodiles lay their eggs in the water and then pull them out within 24 hours. As long as that slime's still on them,
Good to go.
set them, perfectly fine.
It's like shake and bake.
Yeah.
That helped.
So what we have now is an egg buddy.
Oh, this is gonna be my favorite part. All right, so one of my favorite parts is that we're literally standing inside of an incubator. Generally, like when you guys see my stuff later on down the road with like the beaded lizards and stuff, I'll have a small box that we can maintain. This is so much easier just because it's like open space. You can work in here. You can take it, like if I have to work on eggs, I gotta take it out of the box and then I have to be quick about what I do because I'm immediately changing the temperatures.
To be honest, I'd rather take it out of here because what is it, 89, 90 degrees?
Oh, it's hot as shit.
100% humidity, we're already sweating.
We got a little sweat going on and whatnot.
I mean,
so we're gonna take one out because Ben's gonna show us something cool. And no harm, no foul, because it's not going to do anything to the egg. But in here, if they have to do a lot of work, then they don't have to worry about constantly moving things in and out, in and out, in and out. It does suck to be in here for a long time.
It does.
And
Especially
they're
when you
gonna
have 5,000 alligators.
And these guys got season, and that's going to be this the second
Well, Hatching
surprise.
Fest. The Hatching Fest is going to be about August 15th through the August 29th. I don't know what those days are, I just made them up, but it's going to be in between the first 2 weeks of August and the last 2 weeks of August is when the hatching starts for the alligators. These are Acutus eggs. These are American crocodile eggs. They are protected. We can't let the general public hatch them. I would love to be able to allow the general public to hatch them, but with rules and regulations,
can't do it.
I can't do it.
Let me tell you what, the experience of hatching, they allow you literally to hold a baby, and we're gonna have the best person possible explain this, and I'm gonna pop her in. I'm gonna pop her in right now.
Hey y'all, you know what? April's here and I'm telling you we are going into summer, and you know what? We're already making plans for 2022 Hatching Festival. Starts August 13 and runs through August. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this one. When I think of how to describe it, I think that it's eye-popping, just like the eggs you get to hold in your hand. It's wondrous. It truly is. And it's miraculous to see and handle the egg and have that baby just pop out. So, y'all get ready. Make your plans. We'll be releasing reservations real soon, so stay tuned.
So that was the beautiful Patty right there explaining Hatchfest, and when we get further along, because we're going to keep announcing Hatchfest, I'm actually going to be out here during the week. Unfortunately enough, when they start the Hatchfest, I won't be able to be here during the weekend. I have plans on that weekend, but if anybody wants to come out and hatch with Ben here, the family, and I'll be here too, and Brian the camera guy will be here as well. So if you want to come and hang out, I will be here during the week when we get that scheduled out. On those weekends for all of August, I'm booked up unfortunately, but for anybody that can make it during the week, start making your plans now. Again, Patty let you know that. We're going to keep you posted on the dates and everything. You'll be able to go on the website as per usual. Links are in the description, so pop the links, go on their website, keep looking because you'll be able to pre-buy your tickets. They do sell out quickly. So if you're interested in very fast. So you're going to want to come out.
Weekends.
Yeah, weekends are pretty much going to be gone anyway because they always sell out. But if you want to come here for me, I'm going to be here during the week. If you want to have a meet and greet, if you want to meet Ben and the family, then you can come at any point in time. If you want to meet me out here, I'm going to come out here and hatch some eggs with them too. So come on out. If you guys want to meet, start planning. Again, pay attention to the link in the description. We're going to constantly keep you guys posted on those days, but make sure you pre-order. They generally sell out for the Hatchfest, but you get to literally hatch that baby alligator like Patty said. So keep tuned with what we got going on. What the hell do we have here, Ben?
We only have 172 heartbeats a minute, which I'm not happy with.
Okay, so this is new for me. I've never even seen this thing. This is something that I'm learning along with you guys today with Ben, which I think is the craziest shit ever. So I'm gonna get me one of these as soon as I learn what we're looking for here. So what's the deal though? So we get a heart rate on there?
It was just called an Egg Buddy, so we bought it. No, but basically it's supposed to pick up the heart rate inside the egg. We actually use this when we collect alligator eggs on the public egg collection. Then we'll try, because the farmers are buying the eggs from us, we want to make sure we sell them a good egg. So this is one way we can tell if it's a good egg. It's just an Egg Buddy. You can buy them online, Amazon. They use them for chickens. And basically it's going to tell you the heart rate of the embryo inside the egg. We know this egg is good because we can see the band on it. Right now we just want to see if we can find a heart rate on it to see if it's alive, if it's strong, if it's dying, what process of the incubation it is. We have 41 eggs in here. That doesn't mean all 41 are going to be good. You might only have 10 hatch out. Some of them may not be as fertile as the others. Some of them may lose humidity in them. Who knows what happens in the incubation process. We have a good incubation room.
Hell yeah, they do.
But right now we're at 370 heartbeats a minute. So that egg is fertile.
Look over here, see if you can see that. And like Ben said, not all are gonna hatch, but there's a reason that these crocodilians and generally all reptiles, whether they give live birth or they have eggs, there's a reason they have so many, and it's to make sure that species continues going on. So we don't always expect every egg to hatch, but this is a pretty interesting thing and a solid way to like actually see and track. So do you get a heart rate like immediately?
You should. I think if we were super quiet, we would get a better reading. It's hard, like when we're on the boats collecting eggs, and, you know, they're bouncing around. Sometimes you don't get a good reading. So
is it literally listening to the actual heartbeat?
I don't know. It looks like there's these 3 connectors, and so I'm sure it's probably sending a magnetic pulse.
They're kind of hitting it, almost
like an EKG or
so like us.
Yeah, it's probably like some form of EKG or something.
So it's like when they connect us with all that stuff at the hospital and you get the beep beep, beep beep, and then you get the flat line when you're not doing so hot.
But it doesn't always work. If we're getting
we're gonna be so quiet.
422. We're at 420.
Is it 420?
422.
You know what time it is? It's 420, ladies and gentlemen.
Then it stops.
So what, how long have you been using the little Egg Buddy thing?
We've used it for about 2 to 3 years. We've always candled the egg. That's the best. I mean, I can tell by looking at these eggs that that egg is fertile.
Yeah,
you can see where it's
the
dark here,
like,
and then you have the band-aid right there, and it's dark there. And as we continue to incubate these eggs, that band's going to cover the whole egg.
Yeah, and then you'll have your mini crocodile in there. So as you've been doing this over the last couple of, oh, he's got a good one.
Here's a reading there. So we're at 392. Then it went to 0 once you put the film on it. Let me try this one. It's a flat line. There you go. We're at 294, so it's definitely picking up something.
There we go. All right, so as you guys have been using this over the years, what exactly you got to know? We're back
at 300. So anywhere between 300 to 400, that's a healthy egg.
Does it go up or down as time goes on, or is it pretty much like? I
assume it would go up or down as the time. Actually, I know it goes down as the time goes on. We only really check them at the beginning. I haven't really checked them later on in the incubation process. I don't want to disturb the eggs too much when they're 80 days in or 60 days in. That's something we could check out in a few months. we can come back and see if we have a different heart rate than what we do now.
We'll check it out. But also, like, if you pay close attention you can go to, like I said 1,000 times, we do it in the description. But for anybody that doesn't know how to get to the description, if you're like me, if you go to @B_register or 412.
B_register 412 on Instagram.
And then also @Gatorama Fun or Gator Fun.
_Gatorama Fun @Gatorama_Fun or something.
Yeah, we're gonna throw them up all in the
we'll put
description.
them up there.
If you don't know how to get Patty in the Glades, we're gonna throw all that up. But if you click the little thing underneath the video with the arrow, it'll bring it all down and it'll hyperlink you to all that. So if you stay tuned, Ben posts a lot of videos on his Instagram, so he constantly keeps you posted on what's going on here at Gatorama. And I'm sure they're gonna get into the eggs, and then we're getting into season. So like this is gonna start to fill up, and then you can also stay tuned with the Hatchfest, because that's gonna be a big thing and hopefully be a big deal and a lot of fun for all of us.
We'll have over 5,500 eggs in here.
It's gonna be real, and guess what?
We're gonna be here for it.
That means there's only 5,500 of you that get to hatch, and they usually fill up. So like I said, pay attention to the links, pay attention to the website, and then try and schedule early. That way you can get your spot, get your day, and get here, because they do sell out quickly, just so everybody knows. So that nobody gets angry at me. We're giving you fair warning. It's in August, so you got a couple months down the road. We're already in spring. Summer's right around the corner, so start planning now. Especially if you're out of state, you're gonna wanna make that. You're gonna wanna make that plan.
We've had a family come from California for the past 18 years.
And I bet they love every second of it.
They do. That's what they do every year. They come from California, they fly in, they hatch alligators, they spend 2 weeks, and then they fly back.
Yeah. But it's not just that, guys. Like, you don't just get to do the Hatchfest. They do have the Hatchfest here, but if you come to Gatorama, there is many interactions that you can do. They do the face-to-face with the big guys. You can actually get on the dock and help these guys out. So they do have interactions. They have different things that you can get into the park and do. You just have to schedule that ahead of time. And they do the shows, like we popped up. We're gonna pop up Shelly, doing a little bit of a show. Right here, we have, oh, gorgeous little dude right here. Oh, goodness boy.
Anybody can come to the park and hold this guy.
So you're allowed to actually, you can hold alligators for the kids. They do have a spot where you can go and catch your own little 1-footers. They do tape the jaws shut, just so you guys know, so you don't have to get your kids bit. But it's a good experience all the way around. You could spend pretty much a whole day here at Gatorama. So you could, well, for me, I could spend like my whole life here, so depends on how you're into it. But they have a bunch of different crocodile species that you can see. They have a bunch of different alligators. This is a pied alligator, so you don't get to see these very often. And then you can actually hold this guy, get your pictures. Like I said, you can do the face-to-face, you can do the feeding, you can do a lot of stuff over here. It's not just the Hatchfest. So on any given day, if you guys are in town and you stop by, they have plenty of stuff to do at the park. There's always a show here. 2 shows, 3 shows?
2 shows a day, 3 different encounter times throughout the day. We have 4 different encounters you can do. We have the Uncle Wader's wade pool, we have the tortoise feeding, we have the pied alligator hold, and we have the ball python hold.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of that stuff going on. You could spend, like I said, I'm gonna say you could spend a full day here. I could spend a full day here all day long. And there's so much to see, so they do let you wander around the park, so it is a normal zoo, you can wander around, but if you wanna schedule out, I'll put you back, maybe I start right here. So if you do wanna come by and you wanna spend the day, I do believe, do you have to schedule that ahead of time if you're doing anything? So you can just show
up.
up.
Hatchfest tickets, you have to schedule ahead of time. Other than that, right now we're open 7 days a week. Shows at 12 o'clock, 2:30 every single day. Encounters at 11, 1:30, and 3:30 every single day.
Yeah, so if you're there before then, you can do that right in the office up front in the gift shop over there and get your tickets over there. But get your
Hatchfest tickets, say it 3 times quickly, soon.
Just listen to Ben.
Get it during the week though, because the weekends are going to be sold out.
I'm not even going to do it again. I'm going to let Ben finish that one off. He finished that one off. But I will be here during the week for that. So please pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody that wants to come down, come hang out with us. Thank you, Ben, very much. Super interesting stuff. I got to learn some shit today. I hope you guys got to learn some stuff with the Egg Buddy over here. And then we got some special things going on. For me, it's quite amazing because As far as it goes here in the state of Florida, and I'm gonna say in the country, this would be the largest production of any American crocodiles that we have going on in the country, which is very special to me because we're the only place in the world that has both alligators and crocodiles living in the same vicinity. So we have our American crocodiles way down south, where there's only like, what, 2,500,
maybe 2,500, 3,500
in the
maybe?
wild. So not critically endangered. They took them off that list, but they are still threatened and protected.
They
We
are
may not see them for
federally
longer.
protected.
Absolutely.
They're critically endangered in other states or other countries.
Yeah. So
but
they
are
do.
federally protected.
Yeah, in Jamaica, critically endangered. Here, critically endangered. They've actually made their way to Cuba. They're over there in South America as well. But as far as here in the States, we're the only place in the world that has alligators and crocodiles. But these guys are not doing quite as well as the alligators because there's millions of those. But for these guys to be producing these, as far as in the conservation level,
I'd say I'm pretty proud of it.
yeah,
I'm
because
gonna have to cool off some.
But at the end of the day, I think as far as the Acutus goes, the American crocodile, this is probably the largest population. And one day in the future, we don't know whatever happens, but we always have this reserve population where we're always going to have these American crocodiles, and possibly even one day even mitigate some problems out there if we
Definitely.
work something out with the state.
That's the plan, yeah.
That's the aim.
That's the
The aim
plan.
is conservation.
I can't keep
and they do it
30
well.
huge male Acutus crocodiles on property. I mean, I could,
They just beat the shit out of each
but
other.
it just wouldn't be healthy. So the best thing to do if I'm going to keep reproducing these things is to introduce them into the wild with the government's help and
Yeah.
the whole 9 yards.
So that's the step in the direction that these guys take. Come and check them out, support what these guys do, and like I said, you could spend a full day. It's a lot of fun, tons of interactions, tons of stuff going on here. You get to see Ben every single day, almost. He's going on
Almost.
vacation next week though.
Going on vacation, yes.
And then mom and dad will be back here too, but if you meet them, they're awesome people too, and they'll take you around. So check them out, guys. Links in the description, can't say it enough. Thank you everybody for joining us. Say bye to Ben over here,
Bye-bye.
and we'll see you on the next one. Boom.